summary for...
Right, this is BFS Wargaming.
Yep.
We're playing the Scouring from the original rules, but we are using the new deployment from chapter approved, and the new rules about with everything else, and just using the Scourings objective markers and victory point tally.
Yeah.
So Ben's bringing his Orks today.
Filthy GT,
Orks.
Winnie.
Well, let's start there. You've got the back there.
2 lots of 5 commandos with a tank buster bomb. They're off the board to begin with. 10 grots, 2 single copters with rockets, 5 tank busters in a truck, 3 tractor guns.
Stepping in some tractor guns. Is he deciding whether he likes them or not before he buys
the actual
loads
models.
of them? They're 3 tractors, are they?
Yeah.
Right, and then we've got
15 looters. Big Mega Armour with a combi force field. 3 more tractors. 1 unit of 30 Orks.
all boys. What with sluggers and choppers, what are they?
Yeah, and the hard boys upgrade of armour. A weird boy with warp head, the jump, and warpath. Oh yeah, his warlord trait is he's hard as nails, so he's got +1 toughness. Another 10 grots in the truck, and another copter. And that's it. 1,500 points of lovely green orkiness. It needs a bit of painting to tie it together.
And what are you running?
Well,
yeah, you have to
snake bites.
Snake bites,
So,
which is
snake bites is every time they take a wound on a roll of 6, they ignore it.
Right. So we have the objective markers. The inferior objective marker, which is only worth, I think, is 1 point.
Yeah.
Is there? The superior is there. That's worth 3, and the rest are worth 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, which are over here. I haven't deployed my troops yet. One there.
There's one under there.
One
there's
underneath
one in
the
there.
plots, and then one here. So right, my list. I have an Archon, one of the Black Heart, 10 KABAL Warriors. Then I've got 2 Ravagers, a Raider, a Venom, and 2 Razor Wings. Then I've got a witch, Cult of the Red Grief with the succubus and 10 witches. It also has a squad of 10 reavers and the scourges with haywire blasters, and there's 1 splinter cannon in there and the 1 shredder. Then I have a homunculus coven, which has the homunculus, should I say, and then there's 5 racks, and then a squad of 2 Talos and 1 Talos, and that makes up 1,500 points. So the Prophets of Flesh for the homunculus coven, Red Grief for the witch cult, and KABAL of the Black Heart. They are getting a warlord trait each. So there'll be a 3-up Invont and Succubus. There'll be the Labyrinth of Cunning on the Archon, and there'll be the Diabolical Soothsayer. They're also all getting a
Item.
Artifact of Cruelty, whatever it is, relic. So they're getting Vectator Mask, Vision Blade, and the Bloodclave. Mainly because I just wanted to use loads of attack and assault.
That's quite cool. I didn't realise you could split it up and eventually have 3 warlords.
Yeah, very well. That is the warlord, the Archon.
Yeah.
But I have a stratagem, cost me 1 command point.
Oh, I see.
And that command point allows me to have a warlord trait on the other 2.
Ah, that's cool. Right.
So and because of Diabolical Soothsayer, it's silly not to, because his warlord trait allows you to roll for D3. So you're always going to pay for yourself.
That one back.
So
minimum.
So you're getting a warlord trait on the Archon, and then for nothing basically.
Yeah.
So
do you want to roll your prize dice and see how many extra points you get?
Lovely prize dice from the
recent comp. Oh, beautiful.
3 command points extra. Animosity Wargaming winning dice is doing well. So I will deploy my troops now, and then we'll come back with deployment. Right. So deployment wise, we've got they're off the table. There's nothing there, and we've got copters, everything on the front line. Ben's going full attack and leaving a very much an open space down the back here. Especially as I've got things in the webway and in the skies. For the Dark Eldar, I've got the Telos and the Homunculus there. I have the Reavers through the middle with the Rex on that side. The two Ravagers, the Raider and the Venom. The Venom's got the Archon, and it's also got the
Witch.
Succubus. There's 10 Kabalites in the Raider. In the units video, I did accidentally add two flyers, which I didn't have, so they're now not there. And we've also got 10 witches in the webway, and the 5 scourges in the sky. So yeah, for another command point for the witches. So down to 5. So we will be moving on to turn 1, and let's see if my dice, where have I put the dice bag, will allow me to seize. And that's a no. So Ben will be going first. Right, on to turn 1. Oh, right, Ben's first turn 1 movement for Orks. He jumped the 30 blob of boys straight up, moved the helicopters up, moved the truck up with the tank boys on. And he's left the looters stationary, Met gun stationary, the grots over there on that objective stationary, the Met guns there,
Shuffled a bit.
Shuffled the grots up and the copter up. He's just so eager to get his boys shooting, he nearly forgot the whole rest of his movement. It was like, move them, right, we're shooting. It's like, you need to move the rest of your troops there.
I do.
So we'll move on to...
excited.
Exactly, overexcited. So we'll move on to turn 1 shooting for Orks. Oh, by the way, Ben did peril, and
Command point rerolled.
your command point rerolled, so that's 1 less command point.
Yep.
So we will move on to summary of Ben's disgusting shooting. He did jump the troops here, they all shot into the bikes, only killing 1 because I used 2 command points to lightning fast reflex them. And then he shot the mech gun unit into the raider that was there, that died. They are awful. He also shot... Did you shoot the other one into the No, you didn't. You shot the looters into the Telos. And killed that.
One. Yeah.
And then what did you shoot?
The copters tried to fire at various things, missed.
And what? You did 4 wounds with the other met guns on the Venom there.
Oh yes, I did.
I think that was it for the shooting. So we're now moving on to charge phase, and the boys, they're charging the Reaver jet bikes. So do you want to do your charge roll?
Yeah. Nice, we're in.
That is a 10. So they're just in. And now we'll go on to Overwatch. The end of the fight phase. I passed the Reavers because they lost 6. And I did want to use them a little bit for something. So, Ben, did you lose?
I lost 2 to Overwatch and 1
in fight back. So now we're moving on to Drukhari, turn 1 movement. For turn 1 movement of the Drukhari, we advanced the Talos and the Homunculus up in range of these lot. The 2 Ravagers zipped up to there. Troops stay where they are. Archon and the Succubus jumped out, moved out of the Venom, and the Venom moved up to there to try and shoot them looters. The Reavers jumped out. The Racks moved slightly to the edge of there. And I think that's it. That first turn helped me a lot, so I think we're going to try and even the playing field on this second turn. On to Drukhari, turn 1 shooting. Right, so what we have here is the Venom shot into the This is turn 1 shooting. Venom shot into the looters, killed 1. The the Talos shot into one of the Met guns. Both Ravagers shot into the Met guns. The Dark Lance from the KABAL Warrior shot into the Met guns. We managed to clear 2 with some amazing rolls from Ben's Fear Will No Pains and Invons. How many boys did we take out?
5.
5 boys from a multitude of shooting. We destroyed one of the helicopters from the Reavers. And now we're going into charge phase. I think the Reavers are going to charge the other helicopter. The 2 characters are going to charge the boys, and the monkey, and the rats are going to charge the boys as well. So moving on to, and we're going to charge the venom into the truck. Just to tie that up a bit if we can. Right, so moving on to charge phase. Right, so end of fight phase. How many boys did we take out between the Rax and the Archon and the Succubus?
You probably took out about 5 or 6.
6, I think, and then the Succubus took 2 damage in return, and we lost 2 Rax. We took a wound off the chopper, took nothing in return. We did nothing to the truck and got 1 wound back in return. We did 6 of the grots, and we took a wound off the truck with Homunculus and the Talos. And now Ben's...
I've lost 3 grots.
Lost 3 grots to
leadership.
You don't have to take anything for them.
Nope.
Nothing for that lot. So we now move on to Orcs turn 2. Orc turn 2 movement. The Commando 2 units jumped into the back behind all my stuff. We did Psych as well when the Venom got blown up in the Psych phase from Smite.
Smart of him.
That copter's dropped out of combat. That copter's moved across, and that truck retreated with haste, and that grot run off.
Yeah.
So a little bit of we'll move on to turn 2 Orc shooting phase. Right. After a brutal combat phase, we lost 4 KABAL Warriors and killed 1 on Overwatch of the Commandos and killed 1 in combat. I think I might have to do a morale test there. Succubus died, but it took 3 with her. The Archon killed 5, and the Rax killed 1, and lost another 1 to morale. And I think that was all the combat. Yeah, I believe that was all the combat. So I will work out whether the KABAL's need morale, and then we'll go on to turn 2 for the Drukhari. Movement phase. The Homunculus stays still, but the Talos has moved up. I've dropped in the
out the webway.
The witches, and then the
Scourges.
Scourges. Yep, I'm in a moment. Thank you, Ben. I've left them in combat just because I thought fancied leaving them there. The Archon's no longer in combat. The Rax are. I'm just going to check a measurement. I may move the Archon slightly. But then moving on to turn 2 Drukhari. Turn 2 Drukhari shooting. We took a gun out and done some damage on the other one. Took a bit more damage on this gun. And took 5 grots out. I think that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't highly successful, but hey,
was it?
We're going to go on to charge and fight phase. Right, turn 2 fight phase. For Drukhari, we wiped the boys' squad, lost 2 to the Commandos, and we wiped between wounds and morale. We wiped all the Met gun tractor cannon things away, and we consolidated into the looters. The looters did 2 wounds on a bike and killed it in the return fight phase. I think that was it. So we're moving on to turn 3 Orcs. Right, Orcs turn 3 movement. The truck's gone over there. The grot's got out and moved that way. Everything consolidated into the witches and the bikes, bar the rocket squad just sat at the back.
They came out that truck.
Out the truck and it's stayed there.
Yeah. Right.
The Commandos moved up onto the KABALites. And now we move into
Orc
shooting phase. Right, shooting phase. The rocket took 3 wounds down on this Ravager. 4 of the Scourges were killed by rockets from these Tank Buster boys. Everything else shot and missed, I think.
Yeah, basically.
So now moving on to
Orc Assault.
Turn 3. Right, so it's getting a bit bloody. Right, so the Ben fought with his. Who did you fight with first? Oh, your lord against the witches.
Chopped one up.
He chopped one up. Then I intervened. Interrupted and wiped all but 2 of the looters with the witches. Then you
forgot to multi-charge the witches with the tank busters.
Yeah, so they killed the 2 bikes. Yeah. The grots whiffed.
Yeah, utterly.
And that was all the combat there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then over here we lost. Was it 2 in combat? I think it was 2 in combat, wasn't it? Yeah. Because they were on 5. Yeah. So 2 in combat. So now we are moving on to Drukhari movement phase, turn 3.
Yeah,
Drukhari turn 3, shooting phase. We shot disintegrators from the Ravagers at the 2 squads there and took a few off each. We also shot 2 of the disintegrators at the heli chopper copper thing that was there.
Died it.
And that killed it. We shot the blaster from the Archon into it, and then you saved everything, didn't
you? Yeah.
Awesome save. Took a wound off the weird boy with the sniper rifle.
That's about it. Oh, we took a load of commandos off.
Yeah, we did take the commandos off. So I think we're moving on to turn 3, fight phase. There was no charges. I lost a wound to a charge from the truck on the Archon.
Yeah.
So now we are on to
fight phase 3.
Turn 3. So just with turn 3 Drukhari fight phase, we took 4 of the rocket doobies out.
Yeah.
And we put 3 wounds onto the mega boss.
Yeah.
Is it mega?
It's a mech in mega armor.
Mech in mega armor. In the fight back, they did nothing. And that's everything.
Oh,
so
I didn't. Oh, yeah.
We did do, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So we are moving on to turn 4 for Orkiness. So movement. That truck moved over there. That truck moved there. That's all stayed the same.
And then I smited.
You smited the witches and they lost 1.
Yeah.
These moved over to here.
Yes.
And then we're now moving on to shooting phase. One which died in the psych phase to smite. Right, shooting for Orks. They threw some grenades and blew up the Ravager that was there. Anything else?
No, that's
shot a few things. There's a few saves went on, but everything else is okay. So moving on to the fight phase. It's turn 4. Orc fight phase finished, finale.
Yeah.
Lost another couple of witches. We killed the war boss with the witches, and we took 3 wounds off the weird boy. Lost 2. Oh, KABALites. I didn't take his.
Fight back.
No. Oh, actually, do 1 plus 1. No, it didn't win. So yeah, that's all resolved. There's not many models left on the board, so everything else to attack the witches, and there's still 3 left with the special weapons. Loving it.
Yeah.
So I will move on to Drukhari, turn 4. Right, so that he dropped out of combat, so I can shoot them. That stayed in the same place. They stayed in the same place. The witches dropped out of combat over there. The Tanos moved up. Monkeys has stayed in the same place, and the Archons moved to take this objective over here. So that's the turn 4 movement. So going on to shooting phase. So end of the shooting phase. A lot of stuff missed, but managed to kill them 2 off with disintegrators. I did a couple of wounds on truck.
Yeah.
That one over there. Nothing else hit really, did it?
And you killed,
sniped. I sniped
my weird boy.
So the weird boy got sniped. He died from the homunculus. So we now move on to
Orc
charge phase.
Charge, yeah.
So
Drukhari's
turn 4 charge phase. Right. At conclusion of turn 4 Drukhari, we took out that
squad and
whatever was left. We took out 6 of the
Grots,
and then another 3 ran away.
and then the last one missed, hit him.
Yeah.
Hit him, but then didn't wound him.
Well, the Ben's conceding at this point because he's got 2 trucks and 1 grot left.
If I'd done the right thing,
If you'd have done your stratagem at the right time, which would have been a
squad over there, it would have been a completely different.
If you'd done, well, I'm not sure what it is. The Tyler Traitors one, isn't it? Like for the boys,
yeah,
whatever it's called.
It's green tide. 3 command points. Basically, after if they're down to half strength, which they were, I could have just removed them and set them up back here, which meant you wouldn't have been able to set them up. You wouldn't have been able to get into this.
It was quite a pivotal point. Same as where the
learning point.
The no escape rule for the witches as well would have was a very pivotal point as well.
Yeah.
And I think had I failed the rule to escape, no escape, I think it would have been a different game.
Very different.
Because you would have shot me to crap.
Yeah.
So that kept them alive, but especially having the shard net and the impaler in there definitely helped.
Yeah.
But generally, I can't believe how many 6s you rolled on the Feel No Pain.
I know. Cheaty Orc dice. It's good.
It was ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, it was like watching Death Guard doing 5s.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? It was so many. But it was a really fun game. Ryan's popped in to watch, and he's having a game next with his Death Guard.
Yeah.
It's going to be green versus green.
Green. Who's more green?
So we are win to the Drukhari, but only just. I feel it went on a turning point.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
It was a very interesting game.
We shall see.
Definitely having more nasty, cheaty orc guns that hit things.
Oh, them tractors, they are awful. That was my target priority, was to get in, and that's why I put the witches out the webway, just to bring them in at the back. And to be honest, this is the second time I've run 10 squad of witches, and they are pretty good.
Oh, they're horrible. The amount of
once you get them in combat, they just don't seem to want to die.
They don't die, and they're really solid.
And tying everything up.
Stuff. You took up a warlord with those witches. Yeah, loads, just loads. All of the
they
looters
absolutely
butchered
the looters.
Yeah, totally. And then the tank busters charged in to try and save everybody and got butchered. I mean, and then the grots got butchered, and the war boss and the weird boy.
They mixed it. I thought to myself, Christ, my flies are in trouble here. You just started like blatting. And then it was just a case of, I have to kill these.
Yes.
All my target priority fire was into them.
Yeah. They're nice.
But really good game. And thanks for the game, Ben.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers.
And we shall see you again soon on the next rep.